Amy Morris. I work at the Canadian Digital Service on GC Design System.
Excellent. And Gray.
So I'm the product manager for GC Digital Talent. It's at talent.canada.ca. And we've been eyeing this design system as well.
Amy, how many of these have you been to? Is this your first one? Or?
No, I've been to a couple. I wasn't here last year, but I was here a few years ago. Every time I come, there are these themes that emerge and different things to take away. And this time, some new things. I mean, you always hear about multidisciplinary teams and ways of working, and this year there are some new takeaways.
What was sort of the newest piece for you?
I think there's an emphasis on interoperability that we haven't seen before, and people talk about interoperability, but the idea of interoperability not just as being tech agnostic or multi kind of framework oriented, but also being that idea of how are these systems talking to each other and how are our teams talking to each other? How do we bridge the gap between those, whether it's a product and another product that should be connected, data that needs to be connected, or teams? That one team is doing something really great that solves a common problem in government. How do we capture that as either a pattern or a framework, a set of tools that other people in government can share?
Yeah, I absolutely love the session that Stephanie, Heather, and Honey did. Was one that really jumped out, where they are talking about building this pattern library that across levels of government, because we're all trying to solve the same problem. For me, that was definitely one of the highlights as well. Gray, you've been to almost all of them, if not all of them at this point.
Definitely not all, but close.
What was a key takeaway for you for this year?
So there was a really interesting focus on kind of policy and building it alongside delivery on at this Forward 50. And this it's not the first time I've been presented this idea by any means, but it kind of landed for me a little more concretely than in the past. We're working on an HR platform. The reality is that there are more rules in HR than are knowable for a single person. And you'll see this, like career HR advisors will give you different advice and given the same information. Like it's a symptom of this disconnect between policy making and delivery. And I just thought it was really well articulated today, and there was a really strong push, I thought, to kind of bring these teams together in the multidisciplinary kind of approach that I thought was, really well articulated today.
Yeah, I completely agree. For me, the highlight was Hillary's talk this morning about policy and looking at policy as iterative as a pilot. That, for me, was the talk of the whole entire conference. Thanks so much, both of you.